Hello, everybody. I'm the White Angel, and I am a conservative. So, everybody, today I just wanted to talk to you of what a reformed conservative position should be on homosexuality, and then talk about homosexual or issues regarding LGBT. Issues are as follows. I'm going to address these in order of. And I know I'm probably going to get flack for some of these positions, but this is what I truly feel about the issue. This is from my perspective. I'm growing a platform based on this stuff. I mean it. I mean it. I'm going to address these issues. Simple and plain. First issue, I'm going to talk about super straights. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Secondly, we're going to talk about religious freedom and the sort of Abrahamist and even Islamic attitude, the Sharia, Islamic Sharia, concerning homosexuality and how things should be. And then, of course, I'm going to cover why I honestly believe, and this is the bit I'm going to get flack for, how issues of gender expression and sexual orientation need to be placed into separate categories. They are separate issues, and they make everything confusing when you try and lump them all together. When you take LGBT and lump them all together, things get very, very, very confusing. And it makes it harder to deal with this shit. That's the thing I'm gonna get. That's the thing I'm gonna get most flack for. But you know what? I don't care. I'm up for that. I'm always up for a good fight. Don't you know? That's fun, man. I love fighting people. Battle of words, yeah. But anyway, first I want to address super straights. I'm going to make this very, very, very clear. Just so we're clear on this. Shut the fuck up. You are not a sexual orientation. You are not oppressed. There's nowhere in the world where it is illegal to be straight. You are not like us. Stop it. Oh, I'm not attracted to transgender people. That's a sexual attraction. No. Stop. 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 You're just straight. That's it. You're just straight. And don't find transgender people attractive. It's not an orientation. You're just straight. You're coming here talking out like, oh, superphobia. There is no superphobia. You are not a sexual orientation. You are just straight, dude. Okay? If you versus someone who does find a transgender attractive, and, it's you find only female, you're a dude who finds only females attractive. There are two dudes. They both are attracted to women. One is attracted to transgender, one is not. You're both fucking straight. Alright? You're both fucking straight. Now, if someone's presenting as or trying to present as female, is obviously very male and attracted to him, guess what? I got some news for you. You're either actually probably bi or gay. Because if they're trying to present as female but still come off as very dudely, like the dude that went into the frickin' thing and was like, "It is ma'am, it is ma'am." Like, he acts like a dude, he sounds like a dude, he's just wearing a pink wig and carrying a purse. Like, that's a dude still. If you're attracted to him, like, yeah, I got some news for you. But no, seriously. You are making a complete and utter joke of gender issues when you try and claim, I'm super straight. There's superphobia. No, you are making a complete joke of the situation. You are bringing ridicule down on all of our heads. You're just a jackass. And I swear to God, I want to punch you in the fucking temple. And I can do it. I can knock your ass flat. And I would do so gladly if you push me. You're fucking sick. Stop it. You are not a sexual orientation. You're a straight dude who doesn't like transgenders. That is not an orientation. You're just straight. You're not oppressed. It is not illegal. Stop. See, now I'm pontificating. This is how, when I get angry about something, I get irrational, I tend to pontificate and go on and on about it, approaching it from different angles till I'm sick. That's pontification. I can't stop. It's a bad habit. So anyway, we're going to move on to the issue of where in this reformed conservatism I'm trying to create, where we can sit on the religious freedom issue and the issue of bisexual, gay, and lesbian acceptance. And I will say this, and I don't care who I piss off, I mean this. If you believe in the Abrahamic law, if you are Jewish or an Abrahamic Christian, if you're a dispensational Christian, you're probably off the hook. But if you believe in the law of Abraham, if you believe in that Middle Eastern cesspool, and I mean that, a cesspool of Islam and all these other, you're a barbarian. It's a set of barbaric laws and it's a barbaric religion. Okay? You are a barbarian. You're cut from the same cloth as the kind of people who would drag a gay dude up to the top of a building and throw him off to his death. You're cut from the same exact cloth. You are just as bad as they are in a different way, to a lesser degree maybe, but you are a barbarian. Period. If you follow Abrahamic law, you are a barbarian. You can find a place within this platform, you can find a place in our society, but you have to let go of your barbarism. If you want to bar people from joining your religion, I suppose that's your freedom, that's your choice. If you're a Jew and saying you can't be a gay and be a Jew, well, I guess that's between you and your God. But you have to let go of your barbarism and you have to allow acceptance by greater society. No one religion can impose itself on society to that level. There comes a time when religious freedom is going to be used as an excuse to try and enforce their ideas onto others. And the people who believe in the Middle Eastern barbarism are definitely going to do that. And I don't care who I piss off. I don't care. Middle Eastern religion and Middle Eastern culture can be extremely barbaric. And if Muslims want to come to America, by all means come to America. But you will not impose Sharia here. You will not. You can have Sharia for yourself. But if you try and force it on others, the full force of the law and the full force of activism will come down on you like the weight of a ton of 1,000 bricks. This is America. We are a religiously pluralistic society. As long as you're not doing anything objectively immoral or terrible, or harming someone else, it's all good in the hood. It's all you. If you can't accept that, go somewhere else. Take your Sharia and shove it up your ass. Take your Abrahamic law, shove it up your ass. You're a barbarian. You are a barbarian. We can accept you if you just let go of that. We can accept you if you appreciate the spirit of equality and the spirit of fairness under the law and under culture. If you cannot accept that, then please, by all means, go. Just go. I don't care who this offends. I do not. Now, on to the final issue I want to discuss in regards to sexual orientation and gender theory, the gender studies, transgender thing. I really do believe that LGB and then T need to go their separate ways. We are stepping on each other's toes. Our issues are not the same. Orientation becomes so much more confusing and becomes so much more ridiculous as long as you're here. And I mean that. And I mean that in the nicest and kindest possible way. I really do. Because when it comes right down to it, the science is sound on this. You cannot deny the existence of chromosomes. If you do, you are anti-science. You have a condition. You have gender dysphoria. You are uncomfortable being born the gender you were born as. No one assigns it to you at birth. That's not how it works. Stop it. Okay? The definition of male is that you have a penis. Definition of female is that you have a vagina. Watch Kindergarten Cop, hilarious movie. When it all comes down to it, you just make the issue so much more confusing than it honestly needs to be. Take your problems, and we can support you, we can still be friends, but we need to detach ourselves from you. Because when you get transgender women into lesbian spaces, it can often create confusion in regards to the issue. Or transgender men in gay spaces. It's like if you were born female and then you transgender and you transition to male and you still find yourself attracted to males, can we really say that's actually the same thing as being gay? A guy who was born a guy who's attracted to other guys versus someone who was born female who's still attracted to males but presents as male. I don't think it's the same thing, not if you include chromosomes into the issue. Similarly with the lesbians. I really do think that you're still the biological sex you were born as on some level. You're still psychologically wired. In some way you're still female even if you transition, or some way still male even if you transition. It has all the earmarkings of a pseudoscience. This idea that you can just become the opposite gender. Like, yes, a lot of the biological equipment is the same. If you inject hormones, you begin to manifest secondary traits of that opposite sex. It's very bizarre. The world really is so much stranger than most people expect. But it becomes so much more confusing when you bring that into it. And I don't even know what the hell to do with the pansexual people. I really have no idea what to say to that. Isn't that just like a bisexual person who can also be attracted to transgenders or something? I have no idea what to say to that. All I know is it has all the earmarkings of a pseudoscience. It has all the earmarkings of a pseudoscience. Where you're basically saying that in spite of all of the evidence and all of the definitions and the chromosomes, that you can somehow still be fluid and become the opposite sex in some sense. You can probably emulate the opposite sex, but can you ever truly become the opposite sex? No, I don't think you can. You cannot transition. You will always be, in some sense, the same sex you were born as, or the same gender you were born as. You will always be partly female. I think you are living out a fantasy. You are not respecting the science, which is still clear and sound, albeit it is not perfect. The science does not completely disallow the idea of gender, but it points more toward what I'm saying than it does toward what you're saying. And yes, I know, Bill Nye did the presentation. Bill Nye is a structural engineer. He doesn't have a degree in those studies. Not only that, he's a celebrity. And celebrities are often encouraged or paid to deliver specific agendas. They sell products. It can be politicized. It absolutely can. And while I'm not saying that's proof that he was paid to say those things, it doesn't rule it out. It does not rule it out. Listen to the science. Follow logic and reason. Your emotions can be confused. Your heart can be confused. And you can be misled in your irrationality. Science and rationality win the day. I'm sorry, but it's true. That is not to say transgenders don't deserve the same compassion as everyone else. On the contrary, everyone deserves compassion. Everyone deserves it. There's no one person that doesn't, unless, of course, there's someone objectively horrible. Like, we don't necessarily want to give compassion to the Jeffrey Dahmers and the, what's-his-face, Ted Bundys of the world. You know, that ship sailed, I think, when they started doing all that horrible shit. That ship sailed. But when it comes right down to it, your issues are separate from ours, and having you included in the conversation, I think, is extremely confusing. It just confuses the matter entirely. When it comes right down to it, this reformed conservatism, this movement, this idea I'm trying to create, it is not exclusionary or phobic in any sense. I'm literally just trying to make sense of all the confusion that these politically correct ideas have created surrounding the idea, I find myself extremely confused by all of it, and I'm just trying to sort it all out. I don't think we're the same. Sexual orientation versus gender. I don't think we're the same. And I think it's becoming unnecessarily confusing and unnecessarily chaotic. So I think we just need to go our separate ways. With compassion and love, of course. I don't hate you. I'm sure there will be those radicals, you know, the uber gender theory people who will be in the comments or wherever saying, oh my god, he's phobic. No, stop it. I'm not phobic. I just find the whole thing very confusing, and I'm just trying my best to sort it out. Like, I'm only so smart, and I'm only one guy. Like, talk to me sometime about my theory about how I think all human beings on some level are actually a little bit stupid. Same goes for you, me, and everybody. We're all a little bit stupid, you know? Ask me sometime about bias and critical thought and the nature of, like, human intelligence. You'd be surprised what the science can say and what the proof says. That when compared to the standard of what is considered truly intelligent behavior, you might not stack up against that standard as well as you think. It is quite humbling when you look into it. It is quite humbling. But yeah, that's that's what I have to say about it. Like, fuck the Abrahamic and Sharia barbarians. I'm sorry, but that's what I mean. Like, if we're going to respect your religious freedom, you need to compromise with us. That's for you. That is for you. If you believe in your religion, that is for you. It is not for others. Do not enforce it. Do not push it. And I'm sorry, super straight is not an orientation. Fuck you. Go to hell. And trannies, or pardon me, sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Transgenders, I shouldn't have used that derogatory term. Please forgive me. I did not mean that. Your issues are so different from ours. We can discuss this, but your issues are so different from ours, and I think we need to go our separate ways, peacefully and in love. I mean that. Make of that what you will. I know some of you are going to make it into an issue, but there's so many things people would probably accuse me of. You couldn't be further from the truth. This is a crazy time we live in, where a person, oh no, you don't believe in the things I believe in, you're a XXX immoral thing. Like, no, I just don't believe in it, that's all. I don't believe in your gender theory, I don't believe in any of that shit. I think you have a real mental health issue, and you deserve compassionate treatment, in the sense that you deserve to be made comfortable in your body, and that the consequences of certain decisions need to be brought to you so you can understand what's really going to be a consequence, and figure out how best to be comfortable in your body if you're experiencing gender dysphoria. But it's not the same thing as orientation. I think you're really kind of fucking with stuff. So, yeah. Anyway, welcome to the Reformation.